Hello everyone and welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. My name is Stefan. Thank you for coming to the channel. So people always tell me they love to look at my display tank, and who am I to argue? It's a sight to see, isn't it? I'm so pleased. Even through this camera phone, I'm seeing the brilliant colors on my rainbow fish. The bicolor of that Bosemani right up there, center top. Unbelievable, right? And just below him, that red rainbow fish or millennium rainbow fish. It's one of the two. I'm now thoroughly confused because they're so similar. But it's one of the two, and I've got three of them, and they're super duper red. Oh my gosh. And of course, there's Slugo, the Siamese algae eater. Had him in here when he was an inchling, did his job, and now he just scarfs down bloodworms as opposed to eating much algae. Excuse me, I almost tripped over my dog. I'm gonna have to give this aquarium a bit of a pruning. I'm so reluctant to do so. I'm just loving the lush plant growth, but if I move in, this field of Vallisneria right in the front, I didn't plant that there. That's sort of, it literally came through a roots, tubers from the Vallisneria that's all the way in the back. Didn't stop in the middle, just to the front. And while I like the look, obviously the front of this aquarium, as it is for most aquariums, is the stage, the set piece for your fish. So as that valve gets bigger and more robust, it's gonna be eating into the stage for my beautiful fish. You gotta be able to see those colors on like the gold rams, for instance. Look at this oddball pair. like Lenny and Squeaky, or famous oddball pairs, right? I got these two when they were the same size, and one of them's clearly grown tremendously and the other one stays tiny, but they both have excellent color and finnage and appetite, so maybe it's sexual dimorphism, something along those lines. I don't know, pretty happy though, and guess what? I finally caved in and bought one more angel to add to the pair I have in here. This straightforward silver angel, a female, seems to be chubby with eggs, and then this glorious silver veal tail. Come on, show us your side profile. Anyway, I was pretty certain that this guy we're looking at here, there you go, was bullying the other angelfish into extinction. So for about 4 months, I didn't get or consider getting any more angelfish, but finally I relented and got what is one of the more common strains of Scalare, the marble angelfish, right, with a gold head. So a gold-headed marble angelfish. It had incredible vivid white in the store, really good finnage, and I thought it would, given how common and rough and tough this particular variant is, I figured it'd be able to hold its own even if there was a bit of aggressive behavior from the other angelfish. But as you can see, they've taken to him or her with aplomb. Not a single note of aggression. And well, as I speak, right, there you go, there was a little bit right there. But who knows, maybe that third angelfish will trigger spawning behavior. Maybe that's what that was all about. I don't know, but even though I was bragging about no aggression and we just saw some, basically when it comes to angelfish, that's nothing, and it was nothing. God, look at the vivid colors though. Crazy, crazy. Gotta love rainbow fish. I don't know why I stayed away from them for so long. It could be because I never had such a big tank, and they do need big aquariums. In the back, the schooling fish, which sometimes I forget about, but they're far from mundane. There's Slugo, Harlequin rasboras, and cardinal tetras. Not able to get into focus because these big fish are making the application focus on them, and with good reason. And look at these beautiful veal tail swordtails, red on red. Got those at a swap. I think I have 4 or 5 in here. There's a couple you see. The only live bears in this aquarium, besides, well, that's it, swordtails. But as I was saying, I'm probably gonna end up pulling all these valves and bringing them in a bag, nice and cut and trimmed and snail-free, to my LFS, along with some of these glorious cryptocorn just to the right. I've already taken a few big plants out of this, and when I say big, they're big. They're nearly topping out at a foot. Bear in mind, this is a 135-gallon aquarium, so while they don't get to the top, it's a big tank, and these are big plants, and they're valuable plants too. LFS definitely move that bag. They swipe right when they see big crypts like this, if you're taking plants in for a trade. Whereas with the Vallisneria, sort of a lost leader, right? You know, they might round out, if you have $46 in credit, they might round it up to 50 for a bag full of those. It's not that Vallisneria is undesirable, it's very desirable, but it's also very popular and prolific. Over here, these are some cuttings from Pogo Stem and Octopus for my other tanks, and I just stuck them into the sand, you know, willing to accept if they didn't do anything or if they went up to the surface and grew kind of in a floating form. And both of those things have happened. But in this case, they seem to be doing pretty good. Pogo Stem and Octopus is a wonderful, hardy, fast-growing plant. I think it's a nice alternative to water sprite or hornwort, those common fast growers, because it has a delicate structure to those leaves, which gives it an elegance. That's the word I was looking for. Even in this jumble, there's a certain elegance to it, which can definitely work well as contrast and support to your swords like that, your Anubias, your epiphytes, your Vallisneria. Everyone's favorite Bucephalandra. This looks like the Kadang variety, or Godzilla maybe. I'm not sure, I don't remember. But see how it's kind of making its way up the wood there? And it has those beautiful, distinctive leaf structures with the veining and the red or purple stems. Very, very excellent plant. Not the easiest to keep. Some people say it's easy. I would say intermediate, if not advanced, but who knows? I guess if you're really lucky with a plant, it's easy for you. Here's an oddball, glorious, sort of high fin German swordtail, I think, black, with those great high fins. I don't have a companion for him per se. That's a male, obviously. And he doesn't always hang out with these guys, but they tend to be shoaling versus schooling, in that they don't stick together like, say, the rainbow fish, but they will be in the same general vicinity in your aquarium. And obviously, if they're chasing each other around for spawning purposes, then they're definitely together. Don't have a motive for moving the camera back here. I will show you the large Jardley CO2 diffuser. I have one on each side of the aquarium with a 5-gallon canister beneath that is split with a dual valve regulator. Most of these plants don't really require CO2, but Bushaphilandra certainly likes it, and it never hurts unless you know, gas the tank. I've been pulling literally handfuls of these great big frog bit samples from the aquarium almost every other day, literally every other day, almost every day, and they just keep reappearing almost like duckweed. A different kind of issue than duckweed, because with these I can pull them out, put them in a bag, and take them to the LFS, where they are valuable to a small degree, like Vallisneria. But these are high demand plants, and if the owner of the fish shop has had some requests or is low in stock, then suddenly this plant is very, very valuable to him. You catch him on the right day, or her, you'll get a better deal. But I never go to the LFS looking for a better deal. I just go to have an excuse to go and exchange something I have a lot of for something I maybe don't, and just to interact with my fellow hobbyists. Bringing plants or fry into the LFS when you're not, you know, when it's not your business model, when it's not even the business you're in, it's more about just expanding how the pleasantry of this hobby. So I'm going to end with this nice medium shot of the overall display, and urge you all to comment and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And of course, as always, keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.